So yesterday we did not have any folder for you to save the dashboard. I think the dynamic dashboard will not work if you don't have any other folder than the person folder. So if you could create a folder. Click on the dashboard. Oh, sorry. You should have clicked on the reports. I don't see the report.
I'm not able to hear you clearly.
Is it? Is it better?
I cannot hear you clearly.
The same headphone. Is it any better?
Still very feeble.
I don't think I can do any better than this.
Okay.
I don't see the reports. If you click the plus sign, you should see the reports.
On the tab, you meant the plus sign on the tabs?
Yeah, I think there should be a report. Oh, here it is on the right side. Actually, if you could do customize my tab, you can add it over there. Click on reports. In fact, there is a file, right? Okay, so that's fine. On the left side where you see the folders,
right,
and it says find a folder. On the right side there is a pull down menu and says new dashboard folder. So you can give maybe zonal dashboard or something. There is the public access to read write, or so this is where you can give access to based upon groups, based upon the org. So this is okay. See the dashboard, and if you click on my personal dashboard, there's a pull down menu. We say edit. Now say dashboard properties. So move that to save to dashboard. So the same dashboard will be saved to the test dashboard. And if you go, so now if you go on the right side and say view dashboard as pull down menu.
Could you repeat that again?
On the right side, there's a pull down menu, and if you say run as logged in user, and check that letter price, yeah. Should allow you to You say close it, should allow you to save it. Say close it.
Close what?
On the left side, save as, close. Say save and close. Now on the right left, view as, you can change the username. So this is important, but for example, the district manager has probably 5 different reps. He or she can only, not only see their own combined reports, but they can individually put the individual's name and also see the reports. So this is basically check their individual quota or individual performance. This is called dynamic dashboard.
Right.
No, you have to have a user. You cannot have it.
Right.
Okay. So let's go back on the reports. There's only one thing left on this dashboard area, which is called the filter. I can brief it a little bit over here. Maybe I can do it right now. Say edit. And on the right it says dashboard properties. It says add filter. So remember the way we added filter in the reports. We can filter based upon any field. So the catch here is that field has to be a part of all reports. So each report or each chart we have it on this dashboard has to
Right.
have a common element so that we can filter based upon that.
So it's applicable for all the reports on the dashboard.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is a dashboard level filter.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, an example of that is we can add. So this will become like a pull down menu. So let me think what is the best option here. Click on the field. Let's see what we can find. Billing city. Down. Shipping city. Account active. I don't think we have a good. Do you know that if there is active yes? Okay, I don't think that's good. Go down. Account name. Click on account name. And under operator equals and value. So equals, put the value, let's say Adobe. Say add row equals, I'm reading from the bottom, Audi, AUDI. Add row, say California state government. Or you could say contain California.
Is it case sensitive?
No. Okay, so let's do okay. So now if you see there is a new pull down menu, right where we had the add filter, right? So if you click on that, you see that the new values there. So now save. Okay, so that's that. So all charts will be filtered for just the Adobe values.
Right.
And we don't have too much of data here, so we can't really Okay, so if you say close from here and save and close. So this is important basically when we have to see the quota or the revenue from one particular account, for example.
Right.
Across all the reps, for example, if I want to see that how much revenue we have for the California state only, right? So if you pull down and under the account name, if you pick the California, you will see only the revenue we have for the California state. I think there is only one name contains California. Okay, so this actually covers the dashboard.
Can you give me a minute, just a second?
Sure. Now let's go back to reporting. Reporting has much more. Dashboard is just a presentation of the reports which we have created. So go back on, let's say, we had only one report created, right? Let's create a new report. And let's pick the opportunity this time. Let's say opportunity. Click just the opportunity. So you already know that if you have other objects to combine, you can go ahead and create a new report type. For example, if you have to create opportunity with deal registration.
No, I didn't get that. Sorry, I got disturbed. If I need to combine between two objects?
Yeah, you can create a new report type which, if it's not already existing. So for example, you have to create a report of all opportunity and deal registrations combined, right?
Okay.
So you can create a new report type with opportunities and deal registration.
Where is the create function here? I mean,
so remember yesterday we had gone to the setup, create new report type.
Right. There, right. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So you create a new report type that will show up here, and then you start creating a report based upon that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now I create for the opportunities.
Correct. So show all opportunities, create date, click on all times, range all time, and let's say create date all time. Okay. So these are the opportunities created. You have the opportunity name, opportunity type, lead source, and amount. Let's click on the tabular format, and let's pick the matrix type. Okay, so let's drag the field opportunity name as first.
Row or column?
So this is okay, column. Click on the amount, drag it under next to the record count. Next to the record count, right? Yeah, here. Bottom. Yeah, here. And say sum.
This is more like doing pivots in Excel.
Doing what? I'm sorry.
Doing pivot tables in Excel.
It's kind of yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of yes. Yeah. So basically, now we are not only seeing the count of records, but the value of that record as well.
Right.
So in this table, we are seeing that the opportunity, like for example, the third one, Express Logistic SLA, has one record count and it's like 120,000. Yeah, 120,000.
Right.
So this is the opportunity cost, for example. Now let's drag the close date to the second row next to the opportunity name. Okay. Under that, go on the click on close date itself. You should see the right down. Yeah. So say group dates by. So let's say click on the fiscal week. Do you see fiscal week?
No, it's only year or
down. Maybe there is.
No, that's the max.
Should have fiscal week, but that's fine. Let's do the calendar week. It's okay. Okay. So now we are seeing the values based upon the calendar week. So for the same opportunity name, if they have opportunities like across the dates, we will see multiple entries and the subtotal. Okay. So let's see if there is an example. Let's do a save and run report. Let's say opportunities. So, sometimes that means if the opportunity is not closed by the given date, it means that so there will be another opportunity created, right? We are actually date criteria is created, right? And we are looking at the opportunity value, right? So the value of the opportunity. It's not. We are not looking at the. Hold on. What is this? At the close date. Go ahead and save it. Let me read it for you.
My personal, right?
No, because we
Or you want it?
put it on.
You want
Yeah.
charts? Okay.
Yeah, because we will probably put it on a dashboard. Okay, yeah. So you would write 3. So it's a close date. If the close date will span across the dates, we will see multiple entries. Go down. Let's see if there is an example.
Here.
So that's it. Both records is falling in the same stage, right? I was looking for something which, if they fall across
Different weeks.
Yeah. Can we add a new opportunity now? That will be total, but that will be for the same opportunity name. So click on the opportunity. For example, click on Adobe. Close date 12/31. Yeah. Okay. And change the close date. We could actually do it by the create date as well. We don't really have to do close date, but that's a good practice because you want to see that how the revenue is coming out. No, this is okay. That will be totally different here.
So it's fine.
Yeah, let's try. Very first one. Yeah. So you see two entries, right? One is ending in 13 and one is ending. Okay. But the opportunity
Actually,
value
here
is
20.
0. That's the create date.
Oh, this is created right. Yeah,
But the value is 0. So there is no dollar amount associated with that.
oh, it didn't carry over, I guess. We didn't put any dollar amounts initially when we created that.
Okay. That's okay. I mean, we are just doing for the sake of exercise, not. Where could you put the value? There is value I see. 11,000.
I think under expected revenue.
That's it. Yeah, you might have some value. All right, good. So let's go back to the report, say edit or customize. So this was the x-axis, sorry, the y-axis. To go right, let's add probably the region or the lead owner, opportunity owner. Let's find the last name or the full name. Opportunity owner information, right? The full name. So we don't have user information here. Oh, there is the opportunity owner. Okay.
Where do you want me to drop?
Up. Yeah. So do you have any other name or just one name? I think that's just one name.
I think most of them were created with my ID only. So
Okay. So
I don't think we created any with Western sales rep or Eastern sales rep.
maybe you can give ownership to what that's created by. If you go to opportunity, yeah, if you change that owner to maybe because you had not saved it. You could drag the owner name. Alright, so we'll see it in the run report. Maybe it's because it's just a preview. Alright, so let's save it. Okay. Why do you want to change the folder? Okay. So go back to the report. You have two choices. You can click on it, or you could on the right side under action you could say click and say edit. So basically the edit comes handy if the report is too big and we don't want to run it. We just want to make changes instead of making it run because of the size. So we prefer directly going to the edit. Let's add a chart to it. So on x-axis, earlier you saw only records, right? Now you have two things. Either you could show the value or you could show the record count. So let's keep it the sum of the amount and x-axis opportunity name, fine, and group by opportunity owner and pick the second one. And let's pick the vertical chart instead of the horizontal. So from the top, it's a select, pick the second one. Yeah, I'm going to change that group by again. And now if you say the plot additional value, and under value, you say record count instead of sum of it. Okay, so you go up if you say record up at the y-axis. The record count. Okay, so click on use second axis. That's where you change. Now if you click the same thing, you see the two values. So you could see the value on one axis and the record count on the second axis. Okay, now let's go to the formatting and to enable hover below. Yeah. So click on uncheck the show axis label.
Show axis.
Yes, up above hover. Yeah. Yeah. So let's say okay. So now this is a actually combined chart. You can see the value of the opportunity as well as the count of the opportunity. On one axis, you can interchange either way. On one side of the y-axis, you are seeing the record count, and on the other side of the y-axis, you are seeing the value of the account. And at the x-axis, you have the account name. And obviously, you can move the legend to the bottom if you want to. Let's do it. Do the edit chart. That will expand a little bit. And go to the formatting and say the legend position bottom. Yeah, okay. It's a little bit more readable. Okay. So this is the matrix. If you save it, Let's bring this same report to the dashboard, and I'll show you that the same chart, if we put on the dashboard, there is additional component we feed on the dashboard which is not available on the report side. So we can keep it on the same dashboard, that's fine. The second one, I think we did the vertical instead of. Okay, if you click the wrench and say that show from the chart as defined in the resource report, the very first left upper corner, if you check that, that will show the, okay, and you can make it wide. So let's create the second one. Drag the same component and the data source. And now if you click on the wrench, so it's the same thing, go to the component data, and x-axis, sorry, y-axis we are saying record count, x-axis name, group by opportunity owner, and second one, and plot additional values. Click on the use second axis. And then the summary, the sum, no, it's not here. Go up under value, up, yeah. Click on value, this is the record count, yeah. The sum of the opportunity. Okay. So now if you go to formatting, so where you see the label ascending, click on it. Yeah, click on it, and if you say value descending, and put the maximum number displayed as 5, and show detail on hover. So go on the component data, go up. We want to see sum of amount first and record count later. Click the first the sum amount and then the value record count at the bottom. Below, yeah, click the record count here and say OK. Did we have the report open on the other side, on the other link, tab, sorry? Click on it. Go to the say edit chart. Go up. Let's scroll up. On the right side. So you want to make the same changes to the sum first and record count later. Okay. Now let's go to the dashboard and let's save it. Let's say opportunity dashboard. Click on the wrench on the first chart. I think it needs a refresh. And uncheck and check that the use chart defined in the source report should have shown up automatically. Uncheck and check it again. Because we want to see summary first, the sum first, and the. Okay, so I think we need to go to the dashboard. See that. Okay, go from there. Say close. Say close. Go to the dashboard. Go on the opportunity. Oh, did we save the report? I think we did not save the report.
Yeah,
Did we?
yeah, I did. The report or the dashboard?
No, report. I think we did not save the report because the changes we made won't show up until we save the report, right? Okay, go now dashboard. Go to the dashboard and refresh it. This is interesting. Such small data. Okay. So now, if you see the difference between the two charts, the first chart we did not have control on the number of values on the x-axis, whereas we did on the second one. We said the value is 5, right? So we see only 5 accounts, or 5 top accounts. Also, we said that we want to see the chart by the value descending. That means the top 5 accounts we are seeing here. So if I have to label the chart here, I would say the top 5 accounts for the second one.
Right.
So the dashboard, if you create a chart on the dashboard, you have additional components available to you as opposed to the same chart if you create it on the report. You have small limitations over there. So this is a major point I was trying to. Okay. Now let's go back to the report. So go down. Trying to show you how to create a formula if we have to. So for example, any value is not available to us. Okay, in the meantime, what I can show you is on this is a filter at the top. Let's create an object. Let's create a report with multiple objects, not just single object. Because if you say click down arrow key on the add filter there, you will not be able to cross. Go down. I see something. Click on the cross filter, the third one. Opportunity with or without activities. So that means there are. Okay, so that means the activity is the second object is part of this particular report type. So remember we were when we were creating the report type, we were looking at the circles that the value is the shaded area between the two circles or on one side or the other side. So this is another way you can filter with or without the object. So basically, if you see the opportunity with activities only, and if you say click here, okay, you will see the opportunity. So these are the only opportunities you'll see with the value with activity. And if you do run report, you will see the actual. So that means only three opportunities you have activities associated with that. other opportunities, there are no activities.
Right.
Okay. So go back on the report to customers. So let's clone the same report and create it as a tabular form. Click on save as and give the opportunity tabular. Bring it to the dashboard page. So change the preview format to the tabular format. So you will lose all the grouping. That's okay, good. I want to show you. So on that filter where it says add, click on it. So there is the last one which says row limit. Click on that. So this is basically you are doing the same thing. So if you say you want to see only 10 top accounts, so you say row limit to 10, sorted by amount and value to descending, and say OK. So you will see only top 10 accounts. That's from the tabular form itself. No chart, nothing fancy, and you can drag it to the dashboard. Okay. And if you say do the edit, instead of descending you say ascending, that means you want to see the bottom 10 accounts. So bottom 10 accounts which are not performing, and you want to focus on that. Okay. So this is another. Click on the add pull down on the field next to filter. Okay. So if you have more than one criteria, multiple criteria. So basically, second one is adding logic to filter 1, filter 2. We can do it from a small. Let's do a field filter. First one. Let's say close by probability. Let's do probability. Greater than 60%. 60. Okay, 50. Fine. And so this by default, as many filters you'll keep adding. This is value is adding the operator and. Should you cancel here? So if you see that there is an and, right? So you can say now say.
How do I add one more?
So click cancel here. Go back on filter add stop. Yeah, created by something. If you say 90, you will have more values. That way we can create it. Change the 75 to 90. Okay. So right now we have everything and right. So if
Right.
you say now if you click on add the filter, there is a pull down menu. click on the menu, the pull down, and if you say second one, say filter logic, right? So you can say 1 or 2 instead of 1 and 2. So that's how. So it's basically you're satisfying the. It doesn't make sense logically, but
Right.
that's how you do it.
So it's just and or you can add more like not and nor and those
No,
things
no,
as
just
well.
and or. No, just and or.
Okay.
There's no exclusive or something.
Right.
Okay. So we saw the filter. We saw. I think the most part is left is if you see there's something called add bucket field, and then formula. No, at the left it says the quick under the quick finder. This is a bucket field, right?
Right.
So add bucket field. If you click on that, it's basically if you have to bucket multiple fields and create a new field out of those bucket fields.
Okay.
So this is something. So if you click on under source column, where this is account name, so you can pick maybe age. So the opportunity age, give a new name, for example, say test age, define opportunity age. Now range 80. If the range is 80, if it's like 80 days old, you name it new. Range enter name, say new opportunity. If it's 30 days old, if it's 200 days old, that's the old opportunity. This is basically you are defining. First one is more than 80. So it's less than
Less
equal to 80.
than
Right?
80.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you say okay. So here, if you see under the opportunity age, you see instead of the number, you see the new field opportunity age,
Right.
new and old. So this is because it's only 45 days. So that's why it says all of them are showing as new. So this is how you can bucket your fields. Do 10. That's for the sake of.
And you can add multiple criteria here, right?
I have not seen, honestly speaking. Yeah, you can, but I have not seen actually people using bucketing a lot.
Right.
But it's there. If there is any business reason for you to have it, it's there. But I have not seen practically. It's not like preferred way of grouping.
Right.
Practically, it's not many businesses they use it. Okay, so now I'm trying to find that how can I show you the formula. So basically, the date field, I think the number field.
Content, this reports and dashboards in real-time mode only, like only upper management people will use, or what kind of people generally they use, just to see how reports are coming, or how our revenues are coming.
So basically, the sales rep depending upon the account managers, for example. So for example, you are a salesperson in a company, you want to see that how many accounts you have, how much money you have coming in, or how did you perform last quarter or last year or last 6 months, how much you made for the company, or when the company, or probably for example a new campaign was started. So in order to calculate the ROI, initially we thought that we will, with this campaign we'll be able to make like $1 million. Did we really make $1 million? How many leads really got converted? So this is basically for the salespeople. They are the heavy users, and obviously the upper management and the executive level. Obviously they want to see the overall company performance. That okay, how much did we do? So it's basically used by the salespeople or the finance department. And for the system people, for example, the support people, the Salesforce support people, they want to see that the adoption, for example. That's a good example. That how many salespeople are really using our Salesforce. So that's where they want to see that how many dashboards were seen, how many reports were created, or how many reports were utilized by different people.
But as a developer, what kind of role we do for the dashboard?
For the developer, I don't think they really need to care about the dashboards or reports much. The only thing I can think of, for example, as a developer, you made any changes to the system. Like for example, a new application came, like deal registration was a new object you created, and you want to see that how many users are. It's again the adoption. As a developer, I don't know that if from a business point of view, you care that how many people adopted. It's a management who they asked you to develop, you did it. You don't care that how many people really are using or how it's been performing. Right? So this is basically manager's responsibility to see that if the new application was developed, how many people are really using it, is what spending money on a new development of.
Like how the data, I mean, just to get to know what's happening with it, how many people are viewing or using it.
Right. So from the, as I mentioned, the support team, the sales ops team, you want to see that adoption side, but from the sales side, it's a money thing. They want to see that how many customers, which area, which product, which particular component making more money, or which particular campaign made more money for them, or the revenue, or the basically the forecasting. How many customers are going to be closing next coming week? How much money is expected to come in? I have to see that. Where can I show you the formula? Let's think of a scenario where you need a formula which is not a part of the default object. Give me a second. Let me go think through this. What is the best example? We will pause the recording for a second. That the field you create as a formula field will show up at the left, right? You see all the fields created by, created alias and all these things. That will show up as another field.
Oh, okay. So you don't, for the purpose of the report, you don't create specifically. It's just from the ones that you've created in the object. Is that what you picked and put it in the report?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So it shows up here, and you can utilize it as a field.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm open actually. If you want to have another session, feel free, and I can cover that. But I think you might have known already. You want to do it?
Fine. Yeah, tomorrow is fine. 7 o'clock.
Okay. If you want to do it, we can go over it again, and see that if there is something missing, we can cover, or maybe it will be revision for you guys then.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll send another invite for 7 tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.